Susie, you on?
Yes, sir, I am.
Tell us all about that car. We got to know how big of a dock it needs on the lake.
Ooh, it does need it. It is a boat, I'll tell you that. It's a 1977 T-Bird. And boy, I tell you what, it's got a front end out there that, I'm afraid to drive practically. But it's
I
fun.
remember those so much back in the day.
Yeah, I really like it.
You get about 8 miles to the gallon, right?
If that.
Did it come with its own zip code?
Just about.
Yeah.
Fortunately, John's on a duck hunting trip, so I'm parked in his side of the garage. When he called today, I said, don't plan on parking in your side when you get home.
That brought so much memories back when I seen that picture of that car. My dad had a similar one that's what I learned to drive in. Very similar.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember that hood being so long I had to jack myself up in the seat to see over it.
It is. It's really long. I'm going to have to get me a pillow, I think. I can't see over the hood.
Either that or increase your insurance premium.
I didn't even ask him how much it was going to be. I just said, put insurance on it. I didn't want to know.
Well, it's a sweet looking car, I'll say that.
Thank you.
Even if it's big enough to hold the Board of Commissioners meetings in it.
It is. It definitely is. I can't reach my foot out far enough to turn the bright lights on and the bright lights off, so I just leave them off.
Oh my God, that still has the old floor push.
Yes,
push
it still has the old push button on the floor.
Young people wouldn't even know what we're talking about.
No, they wouldn't even know. Well, it looks to me like we are back. Everybody is back and it is 3:30. So I will call the September 22nd Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Rilstein, could I have a invocation, please?
Yes, thank you. Let us pray. Dear God, we come to you today in a spirit of thanksgiving, thanking you for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us. We remember and we pause for a moment, thanking you for 75 years ago for the soldiers that participated in World War II. Many of them paid the ultimate sacrifice, and we will carry them in our hearts forever. We ask you, dear Lord, to take care of their families and help us always to make decisions regarding the betterment of this county. May our lives and testimony bring people together in harmony. This we ask in your name forever. Amen.
Amen. Commissioner Foster, could I have you recite the Pledge of Allegiance so we don't all have to do it?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I
Thank
pledge
you.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Now I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Snyder, second by Commissioner Mahoney. Is there any comments, questions, or concerns? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, may I have a roll call, please?
Vice Chair Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Javi Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Hughes,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring,
Yes, can you hear me?
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes. Present.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring.
I'm
Did you-
sorry, I got cut off for a minute there. What are we voting on now?
This is the approval of the agenda.
Or, yes.
Thank you. And that motion carries. Next, we will move on to approval of the regular and closed session minutes of September 8th, 2020.
So move.
So moved.
Support.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Is there any comments, questions, or concerns? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, may I have a roll call on approval of the regular and closed session minutes?
Commissioner Javi Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Chairman Hughes,
Yes.
Vice Chair Foster.
Yes.
Now, for clarification, I have not heard Commissioner Laring.
He
is
voted
present,
yes on
correct?
both, he voted yes on both of the last two motions.
Okay, I am not having him come through at all.
Okay, we'll ask him to be a little bit more clear. Thank you.
Or just give a sign thumbs up. You do a sign
Can you
language.
hear me? Okay.
That's true.
Can you hear?
I can hear you fine, Zach, but evidently she could not, so. And now your picture is not there, so. But we'll work with that. Next, we have
Okay.
Director of Public Health Kathy Moore on our COVID-19 situation. Kathy?
Hi. Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Due to technical difficulties, I don't have slides ready, but I will forward those after this meeting. A quick update, Muskegon County residents, we've recorded 1,406 COVID cases to date. We have 1,146 recovered and 68 deaths. There has only been one death, COVID-19 related death in the county for the month of September thus far. That is good news. We are here, public health staff is managing 190 active cases, plus we're monitoring 92 quarantined individuals in the county. With the onset of, or the start of K through 12 schools, we've actually been quite fortunate and have not had any major outbreaks or major concerns. We are looking really good in Muskegon County. If most of our concentration and concerns is related to outbreaks or cases among agricultural workers. The prisons, of course, continue to see an increase, and colleges, and it's not the colleges in Muskegon County, so it's not Muskegon Community College, or Baker College. These are students, Muskegon County residents and students from universities across the state. So I will stop there and just say, though, we are really looking good in Muskegon County. I couldn't be more proud of our residents and businesses.
Thank you, Kathy, and I'm
Madam Chair,
equally
can I-
proud of our Director of Public Health. Thank you.
Madam Chair, can I ask Kathy a question?
Yes, go right ahead.
Kathy, what does that mean, COVID related? Does that mean they died from COVID or they died from something with COVID, just as you called it a comorbidity last week?
Yes, and so so we had 68 COVID-related deaths, and so about 50% of them, I would say almost exactly 34, these individuals also had underlying health conditions that contributed to the death, or COVID-19 sort of exacerbated an already chronic condition.
So the particular case from question, was that a COVID or was it?
That was a comorbidity death because that individual was over age 90 and had other underlying conditions.
Thank you, Kathy. Any other questions for Kathy? Seeing none, thank you very much, Kathy. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now we have some time set aside for public comment. Is there anybody that has a public comment on any agenda item?
I'm not seeing anybody, Madam Chair.
I am not either. Anyone have any comments? Seeing none, we will move on. On your agenda, you will see communication from a Bay County resolution. And those will be placed on file. Any questions on any of those? Seeing none, we'll move on to committee and board reports. Transportation Committee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Transportation Committee met on 9/10/2020. It was recommended, and I move TR 200932 through TR 200934.
Support.
And that concludes my report.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
don't
you
we
very
have to
much.
vote on those?
Are there any comments, questions, or concerns?
Don't we have to second those and vote on them?
There
Yes,
was support.
there was support. Gary supported that.
Okay.
Are there any comments, questions, or concerns? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, may I have a roll call on the Transportation Committee agenda?
Commissioner Laring,
Did you catch that?
That was a yes
did
from
not.
Commissioner Laring.
on all three?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Vice Chair Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Hughes.
Yes.
That is 9 yes on all three. And
Thank
0
you, and that motion carries.
And that concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Rillestein. Next on our agenda is Ways and Means, Commissioner Skolnick.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a minute, let me get the agenda up on my, here it is. Okay, the Ways and Means Committee met on September 15th, 2020. It was recommended, and I moved WM 20/09- 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and 86.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make, if I may.
Yes, go ahead, Commissioner Laring.
So I'd like to make a motion, we table WM 20/09-86 until the administration can come back to us with a balanced budget.
Is there a second to that motion? Seeing none, we will, Madam Clerk, may I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Mahoney,
There's no second.
Catch up, Marcia. We're not talking about that no more.
86. Oh, we're doing the whole back.
Right,
Sorry.
there was
Yeah.
no second.
Okay.
Moving along, I'll say yes.
This is Commissioner Nash, and I say yes on all.
Are we taking roll call?
Thought we were.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Linda, you're on mute.
Think she froze.
Maybe we lost her.
her screen just froze. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Can hear you now.
Okay, one moment for Linda. Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes, yes on all.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes on all.
Commissioner Wilkins, Commissioner Wilkins, can you hear us?
Yes, on all.
Vice Chair Foster,
Yes on all of them.
Covey Wright,
Yes on all.
Commissioner Laring,
Okay, I hope you got your pencil ready. I'm gonna start here. No on 77, no on 78, no on 81, and no on 86. Yes on the rest of the motions. Did you catch that?
did, thank you.
Oh, his phone just went off.
Jenny, I'm on a Zoom.
Chairman Hughes, can you hear us?
Yes, I vote yes on all. Did you hear me?
I did, thank you. Yes, 1 no on 77. 8 yes, 1 no on 78. 8 yes on 79.
No, that would be 9 yes. I voted yes on 79.
9 yes on 79. 9 yes on 80. 8 yes on 81.
Madam Clerk, 80 moved, 9 yes. I voted yes on the also.
Can you repeat that, Commissioner Laring?
So my no's were on 77, 78, 81, and 86. The rest were all yes, and I think you've got me a couple of no's that I voted yes on. Do you need me to repeat
All right,
that?
thank you. No, I got it, thank you.
Yeah.
So I have, now on 81, I have 8 yes, 1 no.
Correct.
82, 9 yes. 83, 9 yes. 84, 9 yes. 85, 9 yes. 86, 8 yes, 1 no.
Thank you very much. Those motions carry. Now we will,
That
Pardon me?
completes, I'm sorry, Madam Chair, that completes the report. Thank you.
thank you very much, Bob. I appreciate that. Now we will move on to the chairman's report. And since this is the day we hold our county annual meeting, I would like to just give you a kind of a recap of our last year. As we look back on fiscal 2019 and 2020, the year has been a fiscal and challenge in every way we can imagine. Our ups and downs have been normal for this year. Some great things have and are happening. We are actively moving forward to adding another county park that will provide access to Lake Michigan as well as inland lakes with beautiful trails and habitat. We have a new convention center nearing completion and a renovated hotel downtown Delta by Marriott. The county has moved into the technology age with many security services, online services throughout our departments, and our county IT department was featured in a national magazine for the cutting edge technology they have deployed in Muskegon County. We now have a third backup for all of our county data in Ottawa County, and they are in the process of having theirs hosted by us. In a cost-neutral cooperation between counties that is now being considered a future model throughout our state. We've also seen historic flooding levels, devastating roads, bridges, residents' homes, and businesses. We've actively worked with FEMA throughout our emergency services. Our GIS department has provided data and dashboards to emergency services so our citizens are able to quickly apply for assistance that may be able to help restore our communities most affected. Spring of 2020 not brought us only flowers, but it brought us COVID-19. Something as small as a virus has brought our county, our state, and our nation to its knees, but we've been led by a great county health department. Their quick response and preparedness has been an actual lifesaver to Muskegon County residents. We have followed all recommendations countywide, yet we have still been able to serve the needs of our residents. A special thank you to Kathy Moore and our health department for their dedication to the health of our county residents, and to our IT department for responding to the hundreds of our employees that allowed them to work safely from home, and especially for everything you did to help us get up and running with virtual meetings available to the public. I'd like to thank our MATS manager, Jim Coons, and his entire department for their commitment to our residents that rely solely on the buses for their travel needs throughout the county during this pandemic. All of our county employees, as well as our residents, have had to deal with an unprecedented virus. I'm so thankful our entire county pulled together as one, helping one another in any way we could. I'd also like to thank our county administrator, Mark Eisenbarth, for being the rock we all needed, standing strong to protect our residents, our county, and our employees during this crisis. Our county board has dealt with issues we never even dreamed of this year. We've all made great sacrifices of time, commitment, and community involvement, and done the best we can for our county and our residents. This has been a real look and insight into the great dedication all of you have for our communities. I'm very proud of the way Muskegon is held strong and pulled together through this very trying year. I'm looking forward to seeing what this next year brings, knowing now we can handle anything. It has been a challenge, and I'm really proud of every one of you, and especially all of our employees. Now I would like to express my thanks to the accounting department and the budget team and the entire accounting department for their diligent and timeless effort in preparing the budgets while keeping the day-to-day operations running smoothly, especially with all of the added situations they had with this COVID and all of the information they had to quickly get back into the government in that situation. September is the United Way month of caring, as it usually is. This year, they'll be working in local cemeteries to clean the grave sites of fallen vets. If any of you are interested in that, you can get hold of somebody at United Way. And also a note from the Lakeshore Museum Center, Moxie the Mastodon is celebrating 1 year at our museum in honor of her birthday. 20 mini mastodons have been hidden around downtown Muskegon for 1 year. So if any of you happen to stumble across one of those mastodons, please let us know. And that is all I have for my report. I'd like to turn it over to the administrator.
Well said, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I just wanted you to know that I took part in the washing of the veterans' graves for the Caring Day.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Madam
Thank you,
Chair,
Matt.
thank you for your comments and congratulations on a well-spent year.
Thank you, Commissioner Snyder. Administrator?
Madam Chair, thank you. And I agree with everybody else's comments. Very well said. And a lot of hard work for everybody. And I just want to reiterate how tough it's been for our employees and how our leadership teams has helped us through this process. I want to give them the thanks as well. Looking forward to this new fiscal year, 2021. I predict it's going to be virus-free. No one laugh, right? We know we still have to deal with it through this winter, but with this staff, I feel that we'll come out ahead on this with new and improved ideas how to serve the public. With that said, I'm going to go into one motion for consideration, and that is to move to approve the acceptance of a $20,000 grant from Halmet up in Whitehall.
So moved, Marcia.
Second,
Support.
We have a
Um,
motion to accept the grant on behalf of the veterans. Motion by Marcia, second by Reelstein. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Bob.
I think Mike Bao is on this call. I see his name on the list. Maybe he'd just like to say something about that grant. I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Bob, Mike, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Maybe he's not there. His name is on the participant list.
Yeah, he's in. Hey, Mike, if you're on a cell phone, it's *6, right?
Yes, it's
Unmute
star
by
six.
dialing *6. Yes, Mike, hit *6. He's on.
Got to
the phone.
remember, he's Navy, so he's a little slow.
He did call in, and he's *6.
If not, that's fine.
That's okay.
Hello.
Hey,
There
Mike.
he is.
Mr. Stoner. Hello. I did get you. Sorry about that. I'm not aware of the *6 thing. I am Navy and very slow.
So is Commissioner Foster, by the way.
Yes, by the way.
But understood. So what happened a few weeks ago, I got a phone call from the Halmet folks. They wanted to know if there was any needs that we had that were being either unmet or undermet, or they could just help along with it. We provided them some needs, even though we're receiving grant funds from the state of Michigan in fiscal year 20. Our amount that we're going to receive in fiscal year 21 is going to be less, which will have an impact on what we can do. So we kind of, I fed them this information that you see on the agenda, dental work for uninsured veterans, house veterans, even though we have homeless programs, housing programs with the VOA and the VA, they do have to meet certain criteria. And if they fall just outside that window, they can't help them. This might help us help some people that fall outside the window. And then the basic needs that we just can't cover through the other stuff that we have. So Alcoa or Halmet has awarded us 20 grand. We've sent in the application and everything else for it, filled out all their forms. And we're just waiting to see if the board will approve us to do it. There are no matching funds required. It is a straightforward $20,000 to us to use in the fashion that Halmet has us doing it.
Thank you
You
very
get-
much, Mike. Mahomet has really been an asset to our community.
Yeah,
Marcia?
absolutely. Is that something that they give every year for vets?
No, this is a one-time deal for us that I'm aware of. I've never received anything like this from them before. But it's corporate Halmet has these different grants they do and working on them, and they just reached out to Amy Heiser reached out to us asking us for so that's and it came with the assistance of our prior representative Holly Hughes. Those two consulted with each other before contacting us. So
Great job, Mike. All involved.
Yeah, great job. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to Halmet too. Any other questions on this? Madam Clerk, may I have a roll call to the acceptance of the Howmet grant?
Commissioner Nash,
Yes.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Yes.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Commissioner Wilkins,
Yes.
Vice Chair Foster,
Yes.
Commissioner Hovey Wright,
Yes.
Commissioner Laring, Commissioner Laring,
Yes.
Commissioner Mahoney,
Yes.
Chairman Hughes.
Yes,
That would be 9 yes, 0 no.
and that motion carries. Thank you very much. Mr. Administrator, anything else for us?
Madam Chair, that ends my report. And for fiscal year 2020, looking forward to 2021.
Thank you very much. Is there any old business to come before this committee today? Seeing none, any new business?
This is Mark. There are no meetings next week. As far as board meetings, we have some review meetings and a drain meeting next week, but nothing for the board on Tuesday or Thursday.
All right, thank you very much.
That is very sad.
I knew you'd be disappointed, Bob. Now we have some time set aside. Is there anybody in the public that has a comment on anything today?
We have two that have raised their hand.
Okay,
First one, Christopher Cross.
Chris, Pastor Cross, go ahead. Oh, this is
hello.
Chris. This is Chris.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate giving me the moment. I just want to be very brief. Just want to remind the commissioners that winter's coming up soon, so I know that there's a decision in the works for possible more funding for the snow program that the multiple commissioners have requested. We did not request to do this service, but we were asked to, and we were happy to. But we'd love to continue to do this service and not have to keep fighting for funding that was asked, that what we were asked to do, for service we were asked to do. So I appreciate some speed on this, and thank you.
Thank you, Chris. We are on top of that, and we should be getting back with you as soon as possible. Is there anyone else? Anyone else?
Yeah, I got my hand up, Susie.
Okay, go ahead. Who is it?
This is
Oh,
Tony
Chris.
Barnes, Dalton Township
Tony,
Supervisor.
Tony, go ahead. Go ahead, Tony.
Thanks. This is Tony Barnes, Dalton Township Supervisor. Just wanted to say today we had our senior millage program where we at Age Well Services come out and serve our seniors. I just wanted to say thanks to them. They did an excellent job. Commissioner Mahoney and Commissioner Snyder for signing off on that program. We had a lot of help down here and we helped distribute 432 meals today. So it's an excellent program. And I just want to say thanks for getting that done before the end of the fiscal year. That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Supervisor Barnes. Chris Kyla?
Hi, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you, Chris. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to comment on this Bay County Board of Commissioners resolution. Reading through this resolution, it seems that they're asking for money because they have all these difficulties, but looks like some of these are because they're not managing their budgets very well. And I don't know about our hospitals. They say their hospitals are packed with COVID patients. I don't think our county has had this kind of difficulty, but I think local governments ought to really be having a rainy day fund, and they should be managing their budgets well enough that we don't have to go to the federal government and ask them to put it on a loan to the entire United States, and especially that be coming out of the pockets of those communities that actually know how to handle their finances better. So I hope that the commission, after reading this resolution, would not adopt it itself. Thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Mark, I don't see anybody. Do you?
Oh, I'm looking right now. I don't see any other hands. I don't see anybody waving.
All right. We will move on to final board comments. Are there any final board comments from anybody?
Commissioner Hughes?
Yes, go ahead, Kim.
Just one comment, and that is I'm with the administrator. Let's move on to 2021. I'm done with 2020.
I agree. I second that motion. Well,
We
thank
all
you.
do.
Yeah, I think we all feel that way, Kim. We're looking for a much better and healthier and happier year. All right, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
So
moved.
moved.
Thank you, and we are adjourned.
Roll call?
You go ahead and close the meeting.